All right, everyone, watch this video for Friday, November 22nd. Another narrow range. They're showing you the daily on the SPY. Let's switch to intraday. And after, I don't know, probably almost 5.5 hours, it was basically sitting right about where it opened after all this chop. And it was just a sideways chop fest day. Most of my charts look like the SPY there, just sideways choppy. So not a lot of great intraday opportunities. And it's been that way for me all week. There's really been a few. Wayne's made some really great calls this week, but overall, it's been really tough for me to find anything that's super interesting. So anyway, let's go to the stocks that I'm going to watch tomorrow for potential day trades. PTON is kind of interesting because you have a 2-day high right at the whole number 30. Whole numbers are interesting to me anyway. When they get divisible by 10, they become a little more interesting. So we'll see if PTON gives a clean setup through 30 tomorrow, and we don't know. Might open at 20. We don't know. So, but that one goes on watch. SSI, huge breakout today. And while this looks like maybe an easy trade, I called this over 290, right? It hit 290 here, hit it here again. So I called it over 290, and then it finally broke, and I don't know. Even maybe an hour later, it was right back at 290 after going up a little bit. But then it's just one of those slow climbers, and it went all the way up to almost 390. So huge trade if someone had the wherewithal and the patience to hold it and then sell into upside shape like we teach. But for me, it looks a lot better when you look at the daily chart than it does, than it did intraday. It took forever to move. Having said that, that's going to catch some traders' attention tonight looking at charts, and that's a big volume breakout. So I'm going to watch for a red to green or something along those lines tomorrow. Lyft, kind of have, I don't know, like a month and a half cup and handle that's trying to break out to the upside now. Want to watch that for potential long setup tomorrow. That's LYFT. I still like Fuel Cell. I still think it's just flagging below $1. Kind of a, what did I say, like a 4-month, 5-month cup and handle. So I want to keep that no setup in or no trades in today, but goes back on watch for tomorrow. That's FCEL. WKHS had, I don't know, a little blurb came out in after hours about their truck. It's going to be to market before Tesla's or something. I thought I heard Benzinga say something like that. Anyway, trading at 284 in after hours, so it did get a little pop in after hours. It's had a couple nice pops lately here and here, so certainly one to watch tomorrow. That's WKHS. BIMI, former runner, but it's come down to almost a round trip. But when you look at it on 15-minute candles, you can kind of see that it had pretty big volume this afternoon before giving some of it back. But that's still a nice little move. So when I look at the daily, I say, well, that's not a very pretty chart. But this one might have a follow-through day tomorrow, so I'm putting it on watch. QD, just another red day. No trades in it today. Just looking for a snapback bounce. KRTX had this crazy move from when it gapped up. The low of the gap up day was 32.47, and it topped out at 100, and then the next day went over 150. They had an offering, I want to say it was near 90. I'm not positive, but anyway, 2 red days now on smaller volume than the big days. I actually like this setup a lot for a potential bounce tomorrow, so we'll see if it gives us an intraday setup. The letter I, after the gap up yesterday, you kind of have 2 days with pretty close to equal tops. Today's top was 730, yesterday's high 746. I do want to watch that one again. It's really, really beaten up, so it's kind of set up for a decent bounce. And then Ping, relatively recent IPO, briefly today broke to new all-time highs before giving about half of its intraday gains back. So we're going to watch that for maybe a red to green or something like that tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. Hopefully we'll catch some decent gap plays or a news play or something, right? Because there's been a lot of sideways chop. Don't forget, next week is Thanksgiving, so it's going to be low volume all next week. But we will try our best to root out some nice plays. We'll see you in chat tomorrow.